Cat Stitch here in Wellington, New Zealand. Running a little late, but you know, as it is. I just want to say a big hello and welcome to all those that have just come across my channel. It is all about cross stitch, and this is Shadow Monkey. And if you like what you see and you'd like to watch more, then please make sure you like and subscribe and share and, you know, do all those things. I'd love a comment or two, which I'm hoping I will probably get a few more comments because I don't have a lot of info on hand for what I'm going to do today. And for those that are coming back, thank you guys very, very much for supporting me and keep coming back and stuff like that. Now, I have no idea what number this Flosstube is. I do know it's the first weekend of December, and it's been just over a month since I've last seen you because I saw you on Halloween. And I'm sure that there are heaps of you out there that have gone to the Jingle Ball and are loving it, and I hope you're all having a fantastic time. I hope to do it next year. Just because of my health, I just wasn't sure if it was going to be an option this year, which is why I didn't sign up with it. So, quick update, the doctor has not signed off on me returning to work, so I'm in the process of losing my employment. A little stressful, but you know, as you do. But the main reason is because of the vertigo, the anxiety, and memory loss and things like that, and the migraines, and also the shaking. So until they figure out what it is that's causing all of this, yeah, not good to go to work and add more stress. And I'm sort of thinking, well, not being able to pay the bills is adding a lot of stress. How do we work that one out? But such is life. Okay, so and Bobby's not very well at all, which isn't helping. He hasn't really eaten for a couple of days. He is still drinking, so I'm taking that as a positive. And I'm hoping to be able to find a way to be able to get him to the vets again, because I did actually take him about 10 days ago and they gave me drops for his eyes because he was having some eye issues, and he's actually gotten worse. It's not just one eye, it's both eyes, and he's just not doing too well. He has lost weight. It doesn't just about kill me lifting him up anymore. And he's very lethargic, but today he seemed a little bit more chipper, so I'm hoping that whatever it was just a bug. I've stopped using the drops, and I'm just you know, cleaning his eyes as best I can with a soft cloth and stuff like that. So that's a little emotional for me because he's the reason I can leave the house and while I'm still around. So if anything happens to him, that's not a good thing. But we're going to keep positive. We're going to keep thinking positive and just sort of, you know, take it as it goes. I got very excited because I had to quickly watch my last Flosstube to see what the heck had I done and shown, to see if I had actually worked on any of the things that I'd shown. And because I pretty much lost my stitchy mojo at the beginning of the month, so I decided I'm going to see if I can fully finish a bunch, because my fully finished box is overflowed again, so I need to narrow it down. And when I pulled up the cape sort of thing and I had my head down, I noticed grey streaks. I got so excited. I know, but yeah, anyway, off tangent, but there you go. I'm very excited. I'm starting to finally get some grey, so so I'm very, very excited about the grey. Today in Wellington, the weather is a bit, it's not summer, that's for sure. It's definitely not spring. It's not cold. So I'm grateful for that. You are not jumping up on that chair, monkey. No. What? Okay, so today is going to be a lot of FFOs. I didn't get all of them done that I wanted. I sort of had everything in processes, and this week I was going to do basically the finishing touches. Come on then, come on. Yes, you can get up. Come on then, come on. I was, you know, basically going to do all the finishing touch. This is going to be an absolute train wreck of an episode, I tell you. And unfortunately, it was a bad week for migraines, shaking and vertigo, so it pretty much reduced me being able to do anything for a couple of days. But I did get a bunch of finishes in. Some of them I call finishes because yes, they need to go into a scrapbook and stuff like that, but I haven't found the ideal scrapbook for most of them. So at the moment they're just on cards, and I'm thinking I might try and find one of my clear files and just keep them in there for now to, you know, keep them tidy and clean. I just need to figure out where the heck I put them, because when I was having a big culling of printed charts and things that I don't think I'm going to be doing anytime soon, of my working copies, I put on my folders somewhere, and you know, it's that safe place thing. Anyway, so other than the FFOs, I do have a few whips. So I did work on a couple of things, and I had a new start right at the beginning of last month, and then I basically, apart from the new start, which I started yesterday, just a small one, I didn't do any stitching pretty much all month. Well, I have a couple of FF finish for FFNs, so finish for now, because I'm still deciding on what I want to add to a couple of them, and those were the two that I did a SAF of. So start, finish and FFN for those two, so I'll show those last though. But I've tried some new finishing styles for me, things I haven't tried before, and experimenting and stuff like that, so that's fun. I also was very much surprised and very greatly appreciated getting a couple of gift vouchers for me to spend on stitchy stuff, you know, and so I did. So I've got those stitch enhancements or stash enhancements as well, and it was just such a lovely surprise, because you know I'm used to getting my own. So yeah, so that was a positive. And also, oh my god, I got messaged on Friday from Elizabeth, and she said, hey, I was watching Mouse Potato Designs. Is that you that won one of the giveaways for last month? I'm like, it is. So I need to go and choose a cross stitch. I have sort of gotten it down to 3. There's one, yeah, but I have got them in order. And they're Emily Call designs, but Emily has had an unfortunate incident in her family, so her shop's closed at the moment. So I just want to go and double check, because these were just ones that I'd noted down that I'd seen. So Felicia is, once I confirm with Felicia that, yep, this is definitely the one that I want, she'll get it organised to come to me. So that was a lovely surprise, and I purposely tried to choose something that would fit with next year's plans of trying to stick to themes or series only, to get those done. So now we've had, oh god, nearly 9 minutes of waffling. I'll note down somewhere, hopefully. Now there won't be a lot of notes down below, because with the finishes, I'll try and tell you where I got them from, you know, what the design is. I can't guarantee that. I haven't looked for all my notes and stuff like that, so and I knew that if I did that, then there'd be another day of me not doing it, because as soon as I start doing any searching or hunting, the vertigo hits and I have to stop, and I can't do anything for a few hours. So, you know, I thought, no, we're not going to do that today. So anyway, now somebody asked me, do I really keep my Halloween stuff up all year? Yes, I do. I mean, even if you have a look back in my old videos and stuff, you will notice that I've always got Halloween stuff around me. I keep it up all year. I don't decorate for seasons. Whatever I stitch, I want to see it all year. I don't want to just see it for a couple of months of the year, or a season, or an event. I want to see what I'm doing, so it stays out. That's it. Okay. So, none of these have a lot of extra on it. in all honesty, because I probably spent only a couple of days, maybe a week out of the whole of last month actually doing any major stitching, and most of it was on the two that I started and finished. So these ones are like a thread. So this is by Luba Davies Atelier, and it is the spider decorator, I think it's called, and this is where I was, and here we are now. So as you can see, I've started on the legs up here. You know, like I said, there's not going to be a lot to show. I'm happy to have done some on it. I have picked out about 3 for this month that I do want to try and finish, but we'll see how I go. Now this one is my new start, and the reason I showed that one first is because I just remembered it this morning, so I grabbed it as I was coming into the room. Now this one is on a piece of fabric using threads that I got from my vouchers, and it's Fox and Rabbit, and it's called, and I'm going to have to look at it because I can't remember the name of it. It's called Tibucina, and it's 18 count, and this is the new one that I started last night. It's called Woodwitch. I've got it on my pattern keeper, so I don't have any. Here's what the design looks like, and I've chosen to do it on purples. I'm doing this in conjunction with Zeb from our New Zealand Stitchy page. She's the admin there, our creator, as it were. And her and I are doing this together as a cell, and we're doing it on the first Saturday of every month. So if you want to join in, I will put the info for this down below, and we would love to have you join. Zeb, I've already seen Zeb's, and it's beautiful to start. She's starting in the middle with the face. I always, I tend to try and start from the top corner, so that's what I did last night. Once the shaking had stopped enough so that I could focus. So yeah, so a very small start, and I'm hoping that by the first Saturday of next month, yeah, sorry for the needle, by the first Saturday of next month, I'll be able to do a lot more on that Saturday. So if you want to join, it's the Woodwitch sale on Instagram as the hashtag, and I'm just keeping it in this lovely bag. It was made by Judith, because most of my bags are, and I just sort of thought this is a good one for the Woodwitch. It's fluffy, but because wood. So that's that one. This one got a real little bit. So this is the Tudor Ermine. I had hoped to get this bottom corner done last month, but no. No. So this is the design, and it's by the Blue Flower, and this is what it looked like. And I did add, definitely need the board. Okay, put the camera around a different way. So I just started, filling in all of these. 14 count rustico, I think, is the fabric. And no, nothing's ironed because I did enough ironing in regards to doing the finishing. So, but this particular episode isn't really about the whips, it's all about the finishes. So again, another one I didn't do a lot on, but I did add a little bit too, and that is Witch's Coffee House by Erin Elizabeth. So this is the design, and this is where I was. Hopefully I have actually start photos of all of these. And so I started on the orange. Here we go. And this has been stitched on 14 count Wolfmarite by Jodie Redesigns. Sorry, the light is really bad today. So there we go. So the orange has been added just to add another colour, which is nice. Flatmate's home, or housemate's home. Sports is going to go on TV this afternoon. So it's a good day to just stay down in my room and work on some of these. This one is... Did I do anything on this one from when you last saw it? I don't think I did, in all honesty. I'll show it to you. It's Nevermore by Lola, which is that one. Now I don't know if I added more to it or not. I think I came round a little bit, but that was about it. And it's been stitched on a piece of Fox and Rabbit. I think it's Mayflower. And I'm just choosing colours from Stash. I'm not doing the whole thing, I'm just doing the centre portion. And okay, maybe I stitched on a few more than I thought I did. What's this one? Okay, again, I really should have watched more of last time's episode. Again, I don't know. This is Trick or Treat by Needle Bling Designs. I'm just doing the one witch, and my goal was to really finish the tendrils, which I did. And last one was I did add my goal for Honey of a Tiny Town was to get to the sunflower after the blue house and to finish off the houses, and I almost, you know, and I did. I actually went past. So this is where I was, and you know, and oops, and here we are now. Again, another piece of 18 count Fox and Rabbit. I can't remember the name of this one. So the reason I went to this one, which wasn't planned, I was only supposed to, you know, my goal was to get to that, but because I had white on my needle, I thought, well, there's white there, so I'll do that. And I had yellow, and so that's basically why the next one got started. But that's okay. What? Okay. Now for the fun. Right, so take that off there. Okay. So first I'm just going to fly through these ones that I have put onto cards for scrapbooking. Right, so these little ones were Valentine ones. Love is kind and love you. I think this is Kate Stitcher, I think, or Erin Elizabeth. It's one of the two. And this one is hands-on designs. So some of them will be remembered. I will have a memory for some, not many, but some. I'm just going to move these off there. My stash enhancements. Here we go. So I've got somewhere to put these. This is an old one, my first sampler. It would have been done early 2000s. I don't know where it's from or anything like that. And I just got it on a pale blue card to sort of bring it, you know, to match the blue with the lettering. This one is Gathering Berries, I think. There we go. I might even end up putting this into a frame, because I, you know, and just like this, which I think would be quite cute. So, decisions. This one is from Bad Stitch, I think. It was part of the Earth Day release from Stitches Collective. I love my otter. So there we go. This one I did for a very dear friend who passed away. She had had a dog called Snickers, and so I did this for her, and I sent it over to her just as a, something for her to have next to her and stuff. And then when she passed away, her mum sent it back to me. So now I've got Snickers. I don't know where the design came from. This was stitched definitely early 2000s. Another oldie, A Letter for Santa. I'm thinking this must have been a kit. Don't know. So there we go. So I double mounted this one. Again, early 2000s. I should know this one. Early 2000s. It was a kit. I do remember that. So I just chose two boards, two pieces of card, one of the blue and one of the pink, to match the colours on there, which is pretty cool. This one again I think was a kit. Now some of these old ones have got a bit of running to them because they've been stored for so long, and I tried to give them a wash, they ran, some of them. Again, just picked out a couple of the colours, and all from stash, so this is all stuff that I've amassed. It's just been amassed. Then this one I really would love to know. I know there was a series of these, early 2000s. It was, I think, one of the first houses I ever did, and I absolutely loved it. And if I could figure out who it was and where I got it from and find more in the series, I'd get some more of these sort of designs, because I absolutely loved there we go. I absolutely loved stitching that. I do remember that, and I loved, yeah, the back stitch was a ruddy nightmare, but the end result was, I love it, yeah. This one is, I think, Colorado cross stitch. My soul was fed with thread the thread. This was one of her freebie charts, I believe. So I just chose, it's actually a really pale blue, and just so you know, I know that all of these are wonky and they're not straight. A lot of the time when I was cutting, my hands were shaking, so I was just happy that I didn't cut my fingers off, in all honesty. But at least, they're safe now and I can put them away. And of course I had to use some red card, because, I'm thinking witchy stitcher, but my brain is just not working. October 31st, not just for, it's for tourists, and this is true. So this is definitely getting, if this is not going to go in a scrapbook, I will actually end up just blue tacking this to the wall, or I don't know, something like that. This one, it was a magazine page I had, and I did it for, I think, one of the camp cross stitch challenges. I think it was one with needing a bird, and so I did this one. So it was this year. Another one from this year, these are Homespun Elegance, which is stitch 2. Yes, monkey. My flatmate's been cooking and now I can smell food, and now I'm getting hungry. And this is also Homespun Elegance, Haunted Hill. Monkey must be getting hungry because he's gone over to his bowl now, because he can smell the food too. But he's happy with his biscuits, so he'll be good for that. There we go. This is Witchy Stitcher, Beltane. If there are any of these that I can't remember the name of, the designer, and you're wanting to know, just let me know down below or send me a private message. I'm on Instagram as Cat Stitch as well, and I'll do my best to give you the answers. And we've got Nevermore. The worst part is I can see the design. I can see there's words across the top. but I can't focus on what the words are. It's going to annoy me. But I absolutely love this one. I think this one turned out pretty cool. So because I did it on a pale purple fabric, I just chose another couple of purpley pink tones to bring it up. It's a bit different for Halloween, I know. Oh, purple. Another one from the Witchy Stitcher. I think I did this one back in 2020. Witchcraft. Waxing Moon Designs, I think. Midnight Manor. There's actually two of this. There's a bigger one and this one, and I've done both. But this is, you know, the big one was not going to go into any scrapbook because it's too big. So it's still in the box. But there's Midnight Manor. The cool thing about having these on these cards is that I can actually blue tack them to the wall. So I can dot them around the room, which is probably what's going to happen to some of these bigger ones, because I've been trying to find a scrapbook like a 12 by 12 or something, but yeah, they're just really hard to find. This one I think is Prim Stitcher Shop. This would have been done last year. My Derwent Water. I am going to find a frame that I can just pop this into. Even, you know, if it covers up the pink, that's fine, as long as the blue can still be seen. But I just wanted to, you know, and I've got a few others in this sort of style, and I want to get them done, so they've been added to my series list for next year. Her name starts with J, and I think the last name starts with D or S. Do you think I can remember? Just dragging without my copy. This was actually my birthday one, and it was sort of a bittersweet thing. Birthday one last year, and the reason it became a bittersweet is because I bought the design off Etsy from someone selling on there, and then I was looking through something else, and I saw this exact dragon with the same phrase, just differently done by the original designer, and I was gutted. Because I try, and so I was just, you know, I just couldn't look at it, and I mean, I'd finished it and I just basically dumped it in the box, never to be seen again. But then I sort of thought, you know, when I was going through and pulling them out, I just sort of thought, you know what, I didn't know, and I would never have done that purposely to have paid somebody else. Because there was no, I know, you know, I remember going back and having a look, and there was no word of anything about based on the design of. So I was a bit gutted. But you know, I like my dragon, and I am dragon without my coffee. So this one, it was just called Halloween Helga Watts, I think it was. Primitive Betty. Ha ha ha. It's on a piece of fabric that I dyed. I did this one I think last year. I know, it's an alphabet. This one here, my nemesis, yet again it almost caused me injury. When I was doing a bunch of finishes last year, for FFOing last year, I was cutting out all the, you know, around, you know, trimming all the fabrics and stuff like that. And when I was trimming this one, the rotary cutter went right down the side of my finger, and you know, you might remember a bit of an injury down there, and somebody said I should go and get stitches, and I'm just like, nah, plaster. I probably should have got some stitches, but it healed. But my big concern when I was doing it was, oh my god, please don't let any blood go on my stitch, which none did, so that was good. But the thing was, every time I looked at it, I just kept on remembering the pain, so it got put away, and so it never got finished last year. Well, now it's finished, so there we go. I think I got this out of Just Cross Stitch magazine. Now I lay me down to sleep, ghosts and goblins were quite a treat, but now it's time to say goodnight, the magic fades with the morning light. Halloween spirits are always near, though the celebrations must wait for another year. that one. Okay. Oops. Now, this is just a small scrapbook, and I'm thinking it's going to get used for my smalls for just cross stitch and my homespun elegance smalls. So I haven't stuck any of them in. So this was a scrap that I had cut off another design that, you know, the one that was not going to get done, but I just wanted to keep the word Halloween, so I just stuck it on that, and it's going to go in there or on there, and I'll just decorate that page like that. Then I've got, you watch, everything's going to fall out of this one here, so that's going to get stuck onto that page. These are just cross stitch magazine ones. And there'll be those two. That Happy Halloween, that is Bendy Stitchy. That's her design in the Just Cross Stitch Halloween 2023. Homies, will you hang your broom? Again, the reason I've got that gap on the side is because I know that I was going to be putting something down the side there, so that's fine. If I decide it's not going to work because it's going into the scrapbook, then I'll just trim that before I stick it in. Then we've got Wickedest Witch in Town, again from the 2023 Halloween. Abandon All Hope, 2023 Halloween. Is that all the ones I've got in here? I think it is. I know. But wait, there's more. And then this one, I'm sure I got it out of the Halloween, this year's Halloween magazine. There's that one. Then at the back, I've got my homespun elegance. So we have got, oh, you'll be lucky, I'm not going to remember the names of each one. So there we go. So we've got this one. I basically, I've actually found another couple that I haven't done yet, so I'm going to have to do those ones as well. So these are all homespun elegance. I think that's the last one there. Oh no. Nope, two more. That one. And ding dong. Ding a dong. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. I don't know where that came from. So those are going to end up in this book. And that's going to get, you know, my just cross stitch ones, and that sort of ones are going to go in there. So I'm happy with that. Now we're onto the pillows. Okay. Here we go. I think this is, nope, not going to come to me. So there we go. That one, and I've just got the candelabra on the back. I've decided not all of them are going to get, you know, trimming and stuff like that, because yeah, I've got it stuffed because I didn't have a lot of stuffing, so I was trying to eke it out as much as I could, so it's not as thick and bulky as my usual ones, which is actually, I actually quite like it. But I use teddy bear pellets, which gives it a little bit more heft as well, which is nice. So I've got that one. Then I've got Bittersweet Fox by Wax Scene Moon Design. It's part of their Bittersweet trio. There we go, my little foxy. And we've even got foxy fabric. Oh, I know. Shocker. Just put these down over in there. There we go. This one is by Bendy Stitchy. Stitch Always. Just a simple one. I probably should have done the, you know, the words in a bolder colour, but I can see them in person, so I'm okay about that. That one, and then with the lovely purple, a little bit of sparkle, shimmer on the back. This one I did do for Camp Cross Stitch earlier this year. Maybe this was the bird one, or it could have been New Designer. I don't know. There we go. Okay. Really love this, and there's you me yelling at me at the type of fabric. Tilda fabric. I've got a few little pieces, and so I've started using those. Then we've got this one, which I was doing as a sale with others, which I was hosting. Quoth the Stitcher, I Need More, and it's by My Big Toe. And I'll just put my foxes on the back. There we go. Sorry about the lighting, guys. And we've got, it's autumn tart, but it's not a tart. I've done it as a pillow because I don't have any tart tins. And it's pretty cool. And also got the autumn leaves on the back. So happy with that one. Oh, it's okay, it's those. Now these ones, oops, no, not that one. Where did I put them? Oh, okay. So these are, it's got Happy Valentine's Day. This one will probably just get, you know, I might add a couple of little tabs, I think, so it can be hung up. Same with this one. This is Witchy Stitcher. I can't remember, I know it was a free one. So that's those. On the back of the Witchy Stitcher one, I've just got I got this fabric from Nicole, North Island Stitcher. That's lovely. I'll put it down that way. This one is Nevermind. It's by Cartooning Creations. Now she does have a Nevermore, but when I saw this one on her Etsy as well, I was like, yeah, no, forget the Nevermore, man, I need this one. So it is Nevermind. And yes, I have added finally a bit of decoration to them. And I've got my Hocus Pocus on the back. Right, I'm just going to move these ones because I want to save them for last. Okay, so we've got some of these perforated plastic ones. I've decided, remember how I couldn't find my bee? My Nomi bee? Well, here we go. He's completely done now. So there's beads added, and I added some yellow felt on the back. Now I loved how the hanger thingy is beads, so that's what I'm going to do for these ones. So I've got these in Mill Hill. So I've got my little cat with some sparkly felt on the back. I've got my witch, again with the sparkly felt on the back. And it's going to be easy for me to just, you know, put a thread through the top there, probably sort of there, so that I can do the bead. I just need to get some more petite beads. And I've also done Trick or Treat with the same purple sparkly. So those are finally ready to be hung or displayed. And then I also finished this one. There we go. Just with the red felt on the back. Just have to decide which. I think I'm going to do the beads again, but have it go from corner to corner, sort of thing. Again, I'm still playing with ideas of what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Don't be silly. Oops, hang on, just trying to. Those for last. Okay. Oh, and I also found this. It's Little Witch by Lynn D. I think it was a freebie, and I had her all stitched, all stuffed. I just hadn't closed her, so I closed her. So now she's been fully finished. Then we're on to our, oh, got another wall hanging. This one is by Stitching with Coffee. Again, using Tilda fabric. It's my strawberry bell pull. And I've actually, where is it? Oh yeah, I do. I've got a little fishing weight, just a little fishing ball down the bottom, just to give it a little bit more weight. And then there's the back of it. It needs another iron because it's been in the bag, in the box, basket, whatever. But yeah, really happy with that. And I actually did these. This is, look, this is so not me. So yes, I was able to get my Nemesis, that sewing machine, working for me, which was nice. So that was really good. These are two of the hands-on design ones. With the fabric, because I was using scraps of fabric, when it came to cutting them out, one was, I knew was going to have to go to the side, so I'm going to find something to pop down the side of Joy, and there's Noel. So I've just put it into the hoop, just got that on the back. The fluffy part, right, the fluffy, is a wool, and then I've just got these big pom-poms which I've just glued to the top. So that's those, and then I just have to find maybe a, I don't know, white ribbon, or do I use some of the wool for the hangers? That's why they haven't got hangers on, because I don't know how to do the hangers or what to do for the hangers. This one was the test stitch that I was doing for Teeny Weeny, it was Picasso, Teeny Weeny Stitch, oh yeah, sorry brain. So my test stitch was this little coffin. And there we go. So I've got the little pom-poms to start with, then the grey fabric, and then I've just got some little flowers, you know, at the coffin. And then just some thin black wool, fluffy wool that I've got. And I've got the spider webs on the back. Oops. So I've got to take photos of that. Okay. My brain has really gone dead in regards to remembering. So, like I said, if you're wanting to know names for any of these, please just, you know, ask. So we've got these ones. It's got the tilde on the back, and it's got the sparkly purple on the back, with a little simple purple ribbon and a pink ribbon to go with them. So I was really happy with those. I was going to do some trim, but I haven't got any trim that I liked enough to do it. So if I get some trim that I want to use on them, then I might do that, but at the moment they're fine as is. And then the bigger ones, so this is Chubby Bird. Again, wool, fluffy wool, and a couple of my little flowers, and Chubby Bunny. Of course my finger has to go through the wrong part. And on the back is a Rendale fabric, I think that's what it's called. And I'm putting aside the same trims and fabrics and stuff like that so that I can use exactly the same on all of them, because I want to get the fox, is it the fox? Chubby fox? Chubby. I want to get all the chubbies because I'm chubby and chubbies need to stick together. Sounds so wrong. Anyway, so it's those. And then last of the flats, this is a design by Erin Elizabeth. It's the B tier, and I've actually got an easel that it's going to go onto. So I made the pins to go at the top. I had this this ribbon which I just attached around. I loved the, I think it's called mermaid tail ribbon. It had a little bee added to the honey pot down the bottom, a couple of extra little bees added, and then that's going to sit in the easel just like that. Again, yes, I know it's high up and I've got a big gap down the bottom, but that's because of where it was on the fabric. So that was as low as I could bring it and still have enough fabric to go over the piece of card, and then just the bees on the bee things on the back. So there we go. So that's that one. Three more to go, and then we get on to the stitchy announcement, which is going to be short and sweet. Okay, so now you would have remembered me showing you last week my oldest whip that I finished was the Witchy Stitches You Say Witch Like It's a Bad Thing. And I had in mind what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I'd be able to do it, but I gave it a go, and I'm really happy with the result. So there we go. This is a placemat. I've got little gothic girls that I've just glued on there, and then I'm going to just, add a string or something. I was actually starting to pull off all the little strings of glue, and I sort of thought, actually they look like spider webs, I'm just leaving them on there. So I was really happy. I did have a little bit of an accident. I sort of lost track of what I was doing, and I had it face down on my desk, and I didn't realise there was some glue spots that hadn't set, so it stuck to my desk, and unfortunately there's still a little bit of glue on the eye, but whatever. Yeah, so well happy with that one. I had two of those placemats, one in black and one in silver. So the black one also got used. This design is Barbara Anna Spellville. There's her. So I had these little teeny weeny like little bats and spiders and ghosties and pumpkins and all that sort of stuff. So I just sort of stuck them on around it. And again, I'll get some black cord, and that way it can just be hung up. But yeah, really happy with that. That's those. And then the last one was my late night experiment. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do it, but I thought I'll give it a go. The design is by Farmgirl. It's my Beaulah, and I can't remember the name of the design. I'm sorry, Chrissy. I'll put it down. I had a slack board thingy. It was like it was fake wood sort of stuff, and so I was having a look at didn't want to put it on that, and because of the sort of type of wood it was, it wouldn't stain properly. Just a minute. Yeah, it wouldn't stain properly, so I sort of thought, well, what can I do? And I knew I had some book cover rolls, that you when kids go to school and you cover their books with this plastic, this self-adhesive roll of stuff that drives you nuts and makes you go crazy trying to get it without all the bubbles and stuff. And I've got bubbles and I can pop them with a pin, I probably should, but I'll actually, I think the bubbles have gone. Now that I'm looking. Okay. So I had some of that, and I put Beaulah onto a foam core board, and I put the same little trim around the edge of it, and here we go. I'm thinking she's missing something, so if you think that, you know, she could do something else, and let me know. But here we are. I'm so happy with this because I didn't know if it would work. But it's definitely opened options now for some other bits, if I see them around and stuff, of what I can use. You know, we don't have the dollar store like you guys have over there, or the $1.25 or whatever it's called now. We don't have access to a lot of those display things that you have over in the States and that sort of stuff. So it really is thinking outside the box to try and work out, well, what can I use? So that's what whoops. So that's her. I was thinking maybe if I can get a cute bat, or I don't know, a big black bow maybe. I don't know. If you've got any ideas, just let me know below of what you think could be added, or just leave her as is. So as you can see, she's got the lovely trim. And yeah, she's a little loose from what I can see over here. But like everything I do, it's wonky. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be finished. Just like the proper stitcher lets us know all the time. So there we go. Good old Annie. Good advice. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be finished. Right, okay. Now for enhancements, or a little bit of stitchy mail. Now this isn't stitchy mail, but it is crafty. I just wanted something else so that I can do other things. So I just got this little candle kit. Right, I got a bunch of muslin, and I do have a plan in mind for some of that because I've got a bunch of transfers that I want to put onto it, and then I can make something out of those transfers. Now, Ellie Jinx, I've already got one of her tickle treat houses. I've got number 1. Now I've got number 2, which is really cute. It's called The Witching Hour. And because, you know, I love my Halloween stuff, I had to get my first ever Pyrramajig. So I'm going to give that a go. And then because I'm doing bee stuff, I got the bee version of the Pyrramajig as well. So those 4 are going into my plans for next year. And she also sent me this lovely little design because, you know, there's a little freebie to go with them, which I thought was really lovely. Thank you, Ellie. So it's elliejinx.com. That's for international, and if you're in New Zealand, you can find her on Trade Me, which is our New Zealand auction site, just so you know. Right, I'm going to put it there for now. From StitchNZ, I got some 18 count opal. I got a fat quarter. Feels like a lot more than a fat quarter. Just a second. I haven't taken anything out of the bags. Sorry. Is it a fat quarter? Boy, that seems big for a fat quarter, didn't it? Okay. It's a fat quarter. So I got the fabric. Oh, of course that to fall out, that'd be typical. There we go. Oh, we're crying out loud. Go in, don't be annoying. Sorry, starting to shake a bit too much, and so things are getting hard to hold. Lovely pair of little scissors from DMC. Aren't they cute? I'm going to have to make a tag for those, because otherwise I know I'm going to lose them. And then from StitchNZ, I also got, now I'll be able to add these into my stash. I also built up, now these are all thanks to gift vouchers that I was given. So that's what these ones, these next two are. So I got my classic Colourworks, I topped them up. So I got Jolly Holly, Holly Berry, Granny Annie. Love this one. It's a really cool two-tone, oh, is it like a purpley dark, purpley navy blue sort of thing. It is so nice, hard to see on camera. I got Gingerbread, Fallen Leaves, Cauldron, because I do use a lot of Cauldron, Caterpillar, which is a gorgeous brown, Chocolate Cream Pie, Colonial Copper, Chili Pepper, Campfire, Camouflage, Bramble Bush, Blacksmith Blue, and Barrel Cactus. Admittedly, I do use a lot of classic Colourworks. That's usually my first pick. Then, you know, so a lot of those are replacements for ones that I've either run out of or I'm about to run out of. Then I got a nice voucher for Ribbon Rose in New Zealand, and it was, you know, just in time for the Black Friday sale, and that's the only time I can afford to get Fox and Rabbit is when they have it on sale. It's still a bit pricey, but it's at least, you know, it's a little bit more reasonable. But I did get, and this is for plans for next year, 3 skeins of 11213, which is the darker grey. Usually I go 11212, but I wanted the darker grey for a project next year, and I just hope I might have to order some more because I don't think that would have been enough. But I'm not going to take them out because otherwise it's just too noisy. So I've got Fox and Rabbit 18 count seaweed, Fox and Rabbit 18 count elephant run, which is lovely grey, Fox and Rabbit 18 count tornado, which is just a slightly different, let me just grab elephant one. So as you can see, it's more of a browny grey. And then Duxbury 18 count, and that Tribucina as well. With the Tribucina I also got the Weeks Dye Works that I wanted for that particular design. Give me just a second. Okay, now these two, they're not fully finished because I'm trying to figure out what to go around them, but I did want to show them because they're beautiful designs by Farmgirl. I'm not sure if both are available yet. I was very lucky to get them. So here we go, Beaulahs Christmas, and these little mice are the same ones that are in her 'Twas the Night Before Christmas that she released last Christmas. I think these ones are coming out next year. It says 2023, I just put on my one. But I just really wanted to show them and thank Chrissy so much for such lovely designs that really suit me. I actually asked her if the mice could be released separately as a little ornament, and she wonderfully did that. So I do have a couple of ideas of some trim for them, but I'm loving them as they are, you know. And I've got some lovely little Christmas holly on the back of both. So Chrissy, find your farm girl, go and check her out. Beautiful designs, and you know, they're just so cool. So I would say they're fully finished, but I'm dithering. So that's why they're not in the fully finished pile, because I haven't made the final decision whether they are. But there we go. It's got Beaulahs Christmas and the little mice in bed, which I just loved. That's those. Now the other thing I wanted to share with you, Cunning Cross Stitch. They did a Stitch Your Own Adventure Harry Potter a couple of years ago. It's no longer available, unfortunately. And I dove into it, you know, I was doing it for my granddaughter and stuff like that, and then yeah, I just lost my mojo. It was too big, and so I never got round to finishing it. I just wanted to show you what I had done. It's a big one. There's only 3 episodes I haven't done, and finishing off the rune one. So there we go. I probably should have done it the other way. Never mind. The Ravenclaw, my Luna, because my granddaughter is a Ravenclaw, and Luna is her favourite character. The design itself, the girl I got from Etsy, and the Ravenclaw, I think I found that somewhere online, and I had to adapt her so that she would fit in that space. And then we've got the rune stones, which I just need to fill in and finish off. Backstitch. Got the Quidditch match. Book of spells with the footprints and some of the mail. So who knows? Who knows if it will make another appearance? I was going to be passing it on, but I never got round to it, and now that I'm looking at it and seeing how much work there is that I've already done in it, I might keep it. I've got all the charts, I've got all the, you know, I saved them all and stuff like that, so I can do that. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. Okay, so I need to go and get something to eat and take some pills and just chill out. I'm going to do the editing on this, and hopefully Facebook will be nice and upload it nice and quickly would be really good. No guarantees, but it will hopefully be up today. And you know, like I said, if you've got any questions about any of what I've shown today, please let me know down below. If you've got any suggestions for adding things to anything, add those down below. Would really appreciate that. And yeah, so I just want to wish you guys all the best. I'll see you after Christmas, so I'll hopefully see you before New Year's. So somewhere between Christmas and New Year's I'll do one. I don't do Flossmas. I don't have Advents and stuff like that to open, so yeah, and we'll just sort of see how we go. So somewhere between Christmas and New Year's I'll do my last Flosstube for the year, and I hopefully have, you know, something else to show you. If not, it'll be plans for next year. Finally, I'm not going to say finally sorted out, but at least thinned down just a bit. So there we go. So you know, I wish you guys well wherever you are. Please take care, and if it's a hard time for you at the moment, reach out if you need help. Don't think that, you know, you have to do it all on your own. You know, I need to learn to take that advice because I'm not good at that. I'm one of the first ones that will just sort of hibernate away and just try and work it out on my own. I'm not good at asking for help. So, you know, but just know that there are people out there, friends and family. For those that are going to the Jingle Ball or have been to the Jingle Ball this weekend, I hope you guys have had a fantastic time. And you know, I'm sure that there'll be a lot of floss tubes out there with information and updates about what it was like and all the lovely things and goodies and that sort of stuff for us to have a look at. There's lots of Flossmas happening, so every day there's something else to watch. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch this and you know, hanging out with me for a while. And meanwhile, you know, just be kind, be good to yourself and others, and you know, just remember, march to the beat of your own drum. That's where the magic happens. Take care. Catch up next time. Toodles.